consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you. I'm going to start right there. They are confederate against you. Confederate against who? Yahweh and his people. Who is his people? Israel. Which tribe did he choose to be the ruler? Judah. You can find that in Genesis 49. I think somewhere around verses 8 between 10. 8 and 10. Judah was chosen to be the ruler. You see what I'm saying? And if you look in Jeremiah chapter 14, verses 2. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. And you will see. Because remember, they consulted together against Yahweh's hidden ones to cut us off from being a nation, to hide us from our tribe and from our God, from our language, our land, to try to destroy us, to get rid of us. Okay, so we're going to go to Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2, and it reads, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Judah, they black unto the ground. And our cries right here on this earth are going up to Yahweh in heaven. And he's beginning to hear our cry. That's why we're beginning to wake up and realize we Israel. That's why we're going back to the Father. Because we found out that there's an enemy that's trying to keep us away from our God and our tribe and our nation. So we're going to begin to see why certain books ain't in our Bibles. Why this name is being hidden. And who it's being hidden from. That's what Yahweh come teaching us. How to study. How to decode this Bible. How to study to show ourselves approved. And he taught us that you can't limit yourself to one book like they taught you to keep you in one bubble. That's why I found the name Yahweh in the Catholic book. Had I been just stuck in one book. You see, I can understand, I can discern between right from wrong, between clean and unclean, between holy and unholy. That's what the powers our Father Yahweh said he was going to give us when he put his spirit upon us. You see what I'm saying? So, we see that Judah was black unto the ground. So I look into this book. It's a book in here called the Book of Maccabees. You see, because our people are stuck in Christianity. Remember, the children of Israel was going to be scattered all over the world. Up under the sword. Forced to be caught up in all these different religions. You got some of us in Islam. Some of us in Christianity. You got some of us Buddhists. You got some of us 5%ers. You got some of us Black Power, the Black Panthers. You see what I'm saying? All these different things, but who we supposed to be, this nation Israel, following the God of Israel, which his name was Yahweh. And that's why they took this name away from us to keep us confused. Like a shepherd, like sheep without a shepherd. You see what I'm saying? So in this book of Maccabees, Maccabees was one of the Israelites and the whole book, the whole Bible is talking about the Israelites. This book called the Maccabees so I look in here and it say prohibition of religion. Prohibition of religion? What is that? Let's go to prohibition against religion. And let's see what it say, because this was around the time when the Israelites was getting ready to go up in captivity against Alexander the Great and Antioch Epiphanes. And when they come in to try to take over the Israelites, to run us up out of our land, they was beginning to impose some laws and statutes against us, some decrees that was against our Father Yahweh, what our Father already done instructed us. You see what I'm saying? So let's read and see how this king Antioch Epiphanes, how he persecuted us in these times. See, and this was Paul. See, if this book was left in the King James Version Bible, you would get a way more clear understanding of what's going on. You won't be confused of, oh, this God told us in the beginning not to eat certain foods and to eat a certain way and to practice his laws and his high holy days, versus up until 2010 to where we ain't got to do that no more. We ain't got to eat how he said eat no more. It's a new thing. When Yahweh clearly say, I'm the same God today as I was yesterday. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to see how, within this little chapter right here, how this king set some decrees just like how they did in Daniel's days. This was before Daniel's days. You see what I'm saying? You will see how he set these decrees. No, excuse me. This was after Daniel's days, when we was getting in captivity with the Romans. You see what I'm saying? You're going to see how it's lining up with what today. We're going to discuss this. Check this out. It say, then the king wrote to the whole kingdom that all should be one people, each abandoning his particular customs. All the Gentiles conform to the command of the king. Remember, this Antioch Epiphanes. And many Israelites were in favor of his religion. Many of us wanted to be part of this thing, of this new religion, this new thing this man finna introduce to us. When we only knew Yahweh, when we was only supposed to follow Yahweh's way. It said, they sacrificed to idols and profaned the Sabbath. The king sent messengers with letters to Jerusalem and to the cities of Judah, ordering them to follow customs foreign to the land. Remember, see, to the cities of Judah. And what make up a city? People. What kind of people was in